Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. How are you guys doing? So I put up a video about certain accusations that one brother were held at one brother at one point, and from the S-pubs. Some of my elders, some of my mashayikh actually got in contact with me after having heard what was on there and said that this was not a good idea, and there were many technicalities involved in such case that you shouldn't get yourself involved in it, and it's not from haqq and adl that you get involved in it. And so the real way is to correct ourselves when we've gone too far, and I think in that instance there I went too far. And the Prophet Muhammad, he said in the hadith, "Man taqama li nafsihi qat," that he wasn't retributive for himself in any instance. This is a hadith, Aisha narrated that upon the Prophet. So what I don't want to happen is because when you get intoxicated with these rudud and you start getting really into it from either side, what happens is it just becomes about intisar al-nafs, or trying to promote oneself, and that is very difficult to have tajreed of all that you say and all that you do for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala when you are doing rudud, when you're doing responses to people. Very, very, very difficult. So I have to be just with myself, and I have to check myself, So that's the reason why I took all of the things related to that post down. I don't know the ins and outs of that case, and it's not befitting. It is not befitting that I put that up. It's a wrong thing to do without knowing the ins and outs and without having a proper grasp of that situation. And that is basically it. So that is the reason why I took it down, and I ask Allah that, and to be honest, look, I ask Allah that Allah unite everybody, us and the S-pubs and all the Muslims upon goodness and truth and haqq. Allah, I ask Allah for that. And sometimes when we go a bit too far and think, whoa man, like is it really to do with, are we doing this for the sake of Allah anymore? You always have to ask yourself that question, because a lot of the time the answer unfortunately will come out negative. You're doing it for this reason and that reason. So I have to be honest with myself and continually check myself. And so I ask Allah to forgive me, for all the things that I've done that are wrong in this back and forth with my opposition. And let's keep it academic. That's my advice to myself. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.